Oh, we're all pretending.
Hi, thank you for joining us. We're doing our waq'iswi community cooking class tonight. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Julie, and we are going to do some quick, like, spring break recipes that we hope are kid-friendly. Plus, we're using some leftover things from our cooking classes and making an extra little side dish. So, we'll get started.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's ever used wonton wrappers for anything, but they're good and they're easy and they can be really crunchy. So we're actually going to make some sausage stuffed wonton wrappers, and it's going to be super easy. So we have a mix. We're going to use some turkey sausage because it's a little lower in fat, so a little bit heart healthy, but we're also going to mix it with some locally done, built in Oregon, beef sausage.
We're also going to do some guacamole stuffed tomatoes tonight. Our tomatoes are a little smaller than anticipated, so we're going to maybe improvise.
Yes. And then we're going to make some Spanish rice with some leftover rice we had from a stir fry class a while ago. Okay,
Right.
so
I can start trying to hollow these guys out.
okay, if you wanted, you could rinse them back
Yeah.
there. And then meanwhile, I will start browning our sausage.
So first, I'm going to wash our tomatoes. These are just red cherry tomatoes, and they're on the vine.
And you could use any size tomatoes. It's really easy. It's actually an appetizer recipe. We've made it a couple times. And if the tomato is big enough, you can actually hollow the tomato and put the guacamole inside.
Enjoy.
I'm all you guys are recording, sorry.
Well, get in here.
Yeah.
People walk by far enough to tell us there. Smells good and then hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like out the door. Smells good.
Yes. And then they look and like, oh my gosh, you're filming. Ah. Okay. So I'll turn this on and we'll get the sausage cooking. I think anything with sausage is really good. And the wonton wrappers are really fast. People sometimes feel like making real wontons are hard, but you can use the wrapper for a lot of other things that are not. They're super easy.
And the meat is pre-seasoned, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So it's Italian seasoned meat. You could also use taco seasoned meat if you have that and you had some leftover meat you just wanted to use. Okay, make sure I have the right burner turned on would be good.
And why do we like to pick meat that has pre-seasoned versus regular?
It's just faster.
Okay.
So if you're trying to be in a hurry.
Pre-seasoned meat.
So it has Italian seasonings already added to it.
Oh.
So they're calling it Italian sausage. Okay, this is way too flimsy. Hello, goodbye. Yeah. So there's regular like sausage that has sage and salt and pepper. And then there's spicy sausage that has usually the same thing but red pepper. And then this is Italian sausage. So it's got some spice. Okay, excuse my back while I get this
I'm going to do this first.
Let's get started. Thank you. I'm going to wash my hands really fast because I accidentally touched the sausage.
Before we get into
Sausage hands.
Did you wash
Yeah, that is so flimsy. It looks big and great. And then if you put any pressure on it, it just bends in half.
See this?
Yeah, it's like, no, it's not good. It's not helpful cooking. Okay, I'm going to use a mini muffin tin for our wonton wrappers to give it some structure. And we either need some non-stick spray or a little bit of oil just in the bottom of these so that things don't stick. So I'm just going to use a little bit of oil on a paper towel. It's pretty a non-stick pan, but nothing's ever quite as non-stick as I want it to be. So I'm just going to take it and just rub a little bit in here. Thanks to everyone who did our 30-day drink challenge. I know that's really hard. And some people won prizes. Okay. Anybody have any questions about anything so far? We've got people hard at work with the words. Look, I'm doing surgery here. And this is actually an appetizer recipe, so it says like 2 per person, and they're pretty small. So since we're going to include this, we're making this into a meal, we were and assume people might want one or two. Okay,
Yeah.
these are thin. If you've never seen a wonton wrapper, they're kind of like tissue paper. I mean, they're actually flour,
And so they're typically in the actual like
refrigerated.
vegetable section, at least at Rosar's vegetable refrigerator section. So if you're looking in aisles, you're probably not gonna find them.
And they usually kind of are over like by the sprouts or something. And they end up, I mean, they end up looking kind of pretty. I'm just gonna press them down in here, and they cook pretty fast. They're pretty thin.
What is that made of? Or like
It's
what
flour, so it's almost kind of like a noodle. I mean, it's sort of like a pasta, but they're pretty low. They're like 6 grams of carb each, like 4 to 6 depending. And they're thin. I'm just gonna pack them in here, but they don't. I mean, they don't stick together. They're actually pretty easy to work with. The people are sometimes scared of them. I've done this before and made them into like tiny taco salads for an appetizer or meal, or tiny tacos.
Tiny tacos.
Tiny tacos. I'm just gonna check this in here. Make sure I'm not melting the spatula. Just gonna push these in. And these are thin, so they cook really fast.
I can move.
Oh, valves get me every time.
I know. I've got a whole nother row. We've got a
I know,
lot
I got
to
some
find.
here, but it's supposed to be like a quick, easy
I
grab.
know, it isn't. I know, I did the same thing. I regretted it.
I think I'm gonna use.
So you can pretty much do anything that you would do. I got some smaller knives if you
Kinda
want me to
looks
help you like in.
Intriguing.
Do you want to look? Let me show you what I grabbed. What I put in.
So am I following them out?
So I was thinking these might work too. If they have a sharper.
Am I
narrow-
taking out the inside?
You can take out some and then we can just add it to the guacamole.
Okay.
So if you can take out the inside a little bit, that's great. If you feel like you're doing microsurgery and it's dangerous, you don't have to.
Okay.
And then the bits of tomato you cut out, you can throw them in here and we'll just add them into the guac. There's that.
Okay.
And these peel apart pretty easily. Oops. I don't know if I tear a piece off. See, there's actually some flour in there though. Maybe. Why am I holding the whole stack like that? Making it trickier than it needs to be. Meanwhile, Marissa's doing brain surgery.
Like, how many of these do we got?
I did the, remember I did the tomato and guacamole in Camii in November, like the day before Thanksgiving break when everyone was
It was
tired.
really good. I thought
Yes.
it was really good.
Yeah,
It
they
sure.
taste delicious as long as you like guacamole and tomatoes.
It just looks like hard work.
Yeah, this is the part she's doing is the hard part.
It's
And
alright.
I managed not to do that part both times I've done it.
I love
So-
intricate things.
What I love about that is that tomatoes and avocados are both super high in potassium, which is my favorite for blood pressure. So that is a very blood pressure friendly thing. Some of these started out super pretty. I'm trying to make them look kind of foldy, but I wiped it with olive oil. Yes. She asked me if I sprayed the pan, so we don't have these where we just have to pass the pan around. You have to eat out of this. And I wiped some olive oil on the bottom. So this should be good. Some of our cooking supplies got raided by others making themselves snacks, so our spray is gone. Someone said, Julie, I think people were getting into your cooking stuff, so I locked the door, but it was too late.
Looks very good.
It's like, she won't care if we use a bit of that. Okay. So we need it for class.
I just opened it. Is that what you need?
So, I actually worked as a shift manager at Taco Bell in the 90s. Yeah. For a little while, one summer. I got an award for making really finely crumbled meat. So my Taco Bell skills, we'll see if I still got it.
Kudos to
Great. They make those like meat pressers now.
Yes, they have those now. They didn't have that.
Those are the bomb.
Yeah, they
That
took it
OG
fast. They
skills.
wanted it fast and they wanted it fine. And now I'll be like, ooh, big chunks. What happened? Lost my edge.
Didn't know they gave out awards like that.
Right.
That's cool.
Gotta keep their employees motivated.
I know. Yeah, no one cares so much about that now.
You hang it on your
I
mantle.
wanted to talk about.
People probably say that about RNSPs.
I know.
Get a lot of work for that.
They've gotten better.
Right.
Got an award for clocking out early.
Yep.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Keep up the good work.
Yes. Go team.
Go
See, somebody said something nice and I still remember it. All those years, long time ago.
That's cool.
It's funny.
The moments in life are just like super impactful,
Yes.
and you're like, I don't really know why, but
So it's a skill set that doesn't always help anything, but there it is. Okay, anybody have any questions about anything? The wonton wrappers? A few of those look not that
tomato
big.
hollowing.
Yes. Yes, that's the hard part. It's fast after that.
Is there only one wrapper per container thing?
Yes. If you use like a regular size muffin tin, you can fit 2 in there, maybe 3.
Okay.
In case you don't have a mini muffin tin, that would be fine.
Come join us.
And the wonton wrappers, they kind of need something to shape them.
Good night.
But they're an interesting crowd. Like, what are they doing there?
That does smell good though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sausage always smells good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bacon kind of does too, but sausage really does. Sausage and baking bread. You want people to feel like, what are you doing? Okay, so we're just gonna brown this.
Ah, we're getting there.
And then I'm gonna add garlic and basil, and you wouldn't have to add basil if you want to. And Marissa got us fresh basil, so it'll be good. And tomato sauce, and then this is just gonna thicken for a little bit while I bake those. Those take about 8 minutes to get a little bit crispy before we put everything else inside.
What kind of tomatoes are you using?
These ones are cherry tomatoes.
So you could use any size. It said, the recipe says not to use grape tomatoes because it would be impossible to cut anything. It's like,
Smaller.
you would just have to rub guacamole on there.
Dip it.
Yes, you could. You could use like a smaller regular tomato too, and it'd be easy to cut a section out and then just stuff it.
I think there is a difference in flavor profile too, though.
Yeah, cherries are sweeter, cherry tomatoes.
The big like hamburger tomatoes just don't taste the same.
Romas are kind of sweet, those weird sort of oblong ones could work. Okay, this is starting to get a bit. Okay, so we now own an electric can opener, just so you know, I saved it from a closet cleanse. Somebody at the department had it,
What is it?
an electric can opener.
Whoa,
So
moving
I'm
up.
gonna bring it back here, but we've got some things now. This is in there.
Just gotta lock them down. Huh?
Yes, I do
Under
have
lock
to.
and key.
Yes.
Nobody will sell that
So,
1950s blender
Right,
in the closet.
no, we do
More
have
of a
that.
liability.
I've had to use it a couple times because I forgot. I brought a food processor for one of our
1950s.
recipes and I didn't have the blade.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're all ready, we put it all together and I go, oh. So we had to use the 1950s blender. I'm like, seriously, I forgot the blade?
Somebody will help me remember to let Christine know when we're done.
Okay.
She's working a long day today
She
to
gonna
close
come
up
over
the
and
next
make something?
Yeah.
I just got raw sausage on the top of the stove. Oopsie daisy.
Oh, this one might be SOL.
It's okay, there's gonna be a couple that. I did that, there was one I just cut too far and cut it in half when I was trying it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a good job. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Not that I didn't think you were going to be able to. I was pretty sure you would be good. So originally we were just doing the wontons and but we decided it wasn't enough, so we have some leftover rice, so we're going to make some Spanish rice also.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because I don't know that I've ever made that just
It'll be easy.
on the whim.
Yes, it'll be easy. Almost done. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Not necessarily about wonton wrappers or? Okay, I'm getting there. Anybody doing anything fun on spring break? I know for adults it's sometimes not really spring break.
I feel like spring break's early this year.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, it's not really spring break weather to do great outside things quite yet, but
Next week there's supposed to be a day in the 70s.
yeah, I think this weekend's supposed to be upper 60s, so we're getting there.
Ooh.
Those few days when it was almost 80 was crazy.
Yeah. Forgot what it felt like.
I know. Really, really, truly. Okay, we're almost done, almost got it.
Did anybody make it over to the health screening event today?
You know, I think people didn't get a lot of publicity, so people maybe didn't know what was happening until right near the very end. Okay. Kind of starting to drain a little bit of this. Probably a little bit of a tiny bit. It's actually pretty lean. I'm not finding a lot of fat on the bottom, but it might drain a little.
Yeah, I'm sure that turkey is too. The other one might be a little bit.
Super lean. Super. It's still not much. Almost got it all cooked. Did the arm workout?
I know, we need to get some electronic stand-up cooking tables.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. See, not so bad for me, but worse for you.
I'm like,
You know, originally we did. Oh, cousins are cute. Yeah. Oh my gosh, cute girls. No, they're fine. They're cute.
smell good. Yeah.
Yay! Hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
Almost almost done. If I do drain this, I'll just pour it into a cup and then tomorrow I'll deal with it. But there's not a whole lot actually in here. It might not be.
We could put it in a can.
Look how little there is. It might not even be worth trying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
Not much at all. I think we're good. I think it's pretty lean. I don't make messy through it all the coil.
Can I send the girls up for?
Yes. Red too.
Oh,
Yes. For sure. Yeah, and hey, help yourself to drinks. We've got the sparkling water, we've got flat water with drop-ins. If anybody wants a drink, help yourself. So maybe I'm just gonna use a spoon and get a little bit of oil out, but not very much. There's not much to take out. I guess we can mess it here a little bit. See if
I can shove this real quick and you could put it in here.
You know what? I might just, this sounds weird, but I might just put it in this and then let it cool, and then I'll
Okay.
just like throw it away tomorrow. Or let it cool. There's not a lot, there's just a little bit. The principle of it, I'm gonna drain it. But I don't trust myself to pour this without having all the meat fall out. So I'm just gonna tip it and get the fat out with this. It's not really a whole lot for the amount of meat I put in here. Okay.
No, not at all.
So I'll open the tomato. I'll take the big can of tomato sauce and then some garlic.
Tomato sauce.
Thank you. And then the basil can go in. And we'll just. It almost looks like soup. Don't drink this. Somebody come in and think we have soup. Yum yum. Thank you. Okay. You want a paper? And we bought some granulated garlic in a jar. Oh, you did. Thank you. Okay. This in there. And it just it was like a teaspoon per, and since we have about 3 pounds, I'm gonna put 3. Okay. And fresh basil.
Yum. I love the smell of fresh basil.
If you use dried basil that comes in a spice jar, you use a lot less because it's like 4 times as concentrated. So I might use this whole thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, you are doing a super great job.
Thanks.
Yes. You're getting way more out of there. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of roll this up. Cilantro, you can keep the stems, but basil, not so much.
I love that smell.
I do too. Okay. Just gonna take these and try and make it small enough that it gets a big piece of a leaf. Like, what are you giving us? Has anybody tried fresh basil before? It's not always something. I feel like people sometimes buy it just because it's over like in the vegetable section and they see it. But basil can go in a lot of different things. A lot of chicken dishes use basil or Italian stuff. Sometimes people put basil leaves, like chop them up and they go in, people eat them in a salad mixed with other kinds of greens.
My favorite is basil with a tomato and a piece of mozzarella.
Yeah. And that sometimes they're like a caprese salad or caprese is a tomato, mozzarella, olive oil, and basil.
Balsamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be good.
I think basil is a plant you can like keep year round too.
Starting to get
Perennial?
Oh, is it?
A perennial?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about, is it a perennial or I don't remember.
I bought some bulbs to plant this weekend and
I was have to look
I
at
had
the
no
size.
idea like what I was buying. I think this is right.
Now they separate them out by section, and there's like a perennial section.
Good night.
Okay, so this is gonna thicken. And while this thickens a little tiny bit, I'll put the wonton wrappers in the oven for like 8 minutes.
Okay. And you put them in just plain first?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they get crispy and kind of cooked. You know how sometimes you put, like you top something and it ends up being doughy? Doesn't get crispy?
Yeah.
So the wonton wrappers are thin, but if you fill them and then put them in the oven, they never really get crispy. And we want them to be crispy with this, so we're gonna cook them
Yeah.
first. My own little corner here, I made a mess, of course.
Yeah, put your name on it.
Okay, right there. And then we'll have a plate to set that on. So this.
What was the
Okay.
crispy trick?
Just to put these in the oven first for like 5 to 10 minutes. So they're thin, but if we fill them and then bake them, they'll stay kind of doughy on the bottom. So if we want them to be crispy, then they just need to go in the oven for like 8 minutes. And then they'll be kind of like taco shell-ish.
Maybe a little longer.
Yeah. It's because it's connected to my Bluetooth.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
I know.
like that.
I thought it was a weird one.
So did I.
Yeah, that's a weird ringtone.
What?
It's just never on loud.
So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit.
Everyone just looking around.
I know.
I know.
Somebody's being held hostage.
Yeah,
And-
we're calling from the trunk of a car.
We're just ignoring them.
Yeah.
The trunk of a car.
I've watched a lot of movies, clearly. Okay, so.
Will you let me fill these?
Yes, I
Okay.
will. I will not take over, I'll be good. Seeds out of these. And you're wearing gloves, very nice.
I'm gonna have to fix my hair though. It's
Is it
slowly
coming
draping into my face.
Yeah. Got that weird strandy piece, but so far it's not getting into anything. I'm gonna glove up too, because now I'm touching everything. I thought I wasn't going to, but I am. Yeah, that's kind of a downer, those paper towels tear when you try to think about it. Okay, so I'm gonna find, well actually, you're doing the guacamole in there.
Yeah.
That'll work. The tomato, there's a little bit, I mean, they're kind of juicy tomatoes. So
Yeah.
you might not
We could
necessarily
strain
want
it.
all that liquid, but yeah, I think if we strain it, it'll be good.
And that should get those little seeds out too.
Yes. So that's a good idea. And I've got a colander. I wonder if the holes are too big for the tomatoes.
I don't think the chunks. It'll probably get us just what we
Yeah,
need.
perfect. That'll work.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, where'd it go?
I know, me too. I looked at the sink. I'm like, it's yellow. It's right there. Okay. So, and the guacamole's easy. It's avocado and lime juice and salt and pepper. And then we're just gonna put some of the tomato pieces that we cut out in the middle in there. But it's pretty easy to make guacamole and not make it hard for ourselves. And if you've never dealt with an avocado, there's a big, huge seed in the middle. And if you take that seed out, you can just take a spoon and scrape the inside and it all usually pops out in kind of one big piece. So that's the easiest way, I think.
I also learned that if you only use half the avocado and keep the pit in the
Yes.
half you don't use,
It doesn't go that as
it
fast.
doesn't turn brown as fast.
The short life expectancy of avocados. Don't burn don't do too many things.
Did you set a timer?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I was
Maybe
just
just
watching.
peek
Just
at
say
it.
I will. I'm determined to put these into something. What should I put them in?
Maybe,
I'm waiting a bowl over here.
yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah. I can't wait 30 seconds. I have to, start on it myself right now. If I could wait, but no. Why would I? Let's put these in there. Oops, this one over here has got a little part of it that's brown. I'm gonna pull it out. It's fine. It's just not very appealing. Okay. The seed just made it brown. It's a bruised avocado. Your back just popped. I heard
Yeah,
it.
I was making it.
I heard it. She's snapping.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Okay, I'm just using, after I said use a spoon, I'm just using my thumbs.
They're that ripe though, you
Mhm,
can't.
they are. And the avocado, it should feel, like when you squeeze it, it shouldn't feel super squishy, but it should have some give. If you buy an avocado and it's rock hard, the best trick is to put it in a paper bag, like room temperature, and hopefully it ripens. And avocados are tricky. It's like, they're not ripe, and then they're ripe for one day, and then they're overripe. So they're tricky sometimes. Okay, so I'm pulling all these out.
And if you buy them and they're almost squishy, you could stick them in the fridge and that also will slow down their
Yes.
ripening process.
I'm pulling out the bruised part. Poor bruised avocado. There we go. Okay, keep it on the other stuff. Try not to make a mess, but I am a little bit. Well,
3 more tomatoes!
sorry, I ended up giving you the harder
No,
job.
that's alright, I'm enjoying it.
Those are quite in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna roll these. If you roll lemons or limes, it makes the juice come out easier. I'm just gonna roll 1 or 2 and we can see how far it goes. You might not need them all 3, we'll see.
They're big.
Yeah, they are big.
Big ones.
1 might be enough. Okay. How are these getting? Oh yeah, they're getting crispy. Probably 1 or 2 more minutes. Anybody have any questions? Anybody asking anything on there? We haven't done anything very tricky. There's probably not a lot they need to ask us questions about.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And we've got enough to do a couple batches of the wontons for sure. Oh yeah, good. Oh yeah, perfect. Awesome. And this we can just mash with a fork.
These in here too. Give it a shake.
Here, I'll squeeze a lime on there. You can see 1 might be good. Okay. I'll do 1 lime and we can see how it seems, and if we need more, we can squeeze another one.
You could also add onion to guacamole.
If you want
It's
to,
really good.
for sure. I feel like these are hard to squeeze.
Is it mainly just tomatoes and avocado
Yeah.
and onion?
And yeah, just the lemon juice. So it's lime juice, avocado, the tomato pieces we cut out, and then it's just gonna be salt and pepper. So it's really easy recipe. These are super, like, rock star avocados that are really ripe. So it's making it pretty easy. I'm just gonna mash it. Kind of weird, the wonton wrappers kind of smell like sourdough.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, not burning sourdough, thankfully. Who turned them black? Help me. Okay. So I'm just gonna mash that. I have 2 forks there.
Okay.
Since I'm starting stuff and not finishing it, I think that's good. I'm gonna set it on here. I know, that's the hard part.
It's like trying to put jeans on after a shower. Like,
Yes, after a shower with lotion. It's like, what? Okay, so those are kind of good. These out. I don't know why I got this thing out that we don't need. Oh, whoa. See how crispy they got fast? Yeah, see?
they're like,
Little taco shells. Okay. And I'm just gonna put a scoop of this in here. Cheese on it. Oops. Hopefully in there, not all of it are good. Here, I'll hold these, well, I can't hold these up. You can kind of see that these got kind of golden brown. So I definitely, ta-da-da. So they're kind of like tiny taco shells, really, now that where we are.
We need a mash.
Yeah, I could have cut those in smaller pieces. Here.
Dang
Wow.
it. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Actually, I think I saw one someplace.
Nothing else even coming out.
Tell me when to stop.
I know. So I got it on the floor the last time, so a little pepper carpeting back here. Like, is it even coming out? Yes, it was. Onto the floor.
Or when they grate the cheese.
Oh yeah. And they say when.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah, more.
So I added pepper, salt. We're using light salt.
Which is my favorite again for the potassium and not as much sodium.
A little bit of garlic powder. Did we put minced garlic in here at all?
No. Try it and see. The recipe doesn't call for it, but if we wanted to, we can. It just said lime juice, salt, and pepper.
Okay.
And then the tomato bits. Just to make it easy peasy. And if you need help, I can tag team you there. Oh gosh, I made one that's so, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get much in this one little meaty one I made. I was like, what?
You go down to the
Seems a
kids.
little buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. They could, yeah, it is. I'm using a slotted spoon, so. Okay, cheese.
Stance.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then we're just gonna put that in, kind of in the tomatoes. What do you want? Do you want a spoon or what would help you the most to put it inside?
I'm thinking about just using my hands.
Using gloves is
Yeah.
fine. Speaking of gloves, I need another pair. I use like 75 pairs of gloves. The rice is an extra thing because we felt like we could use one more thing and we had extra, so we're gonna turn it into Spanish rice in case you weren't here when we said that. We've got a weird variety of rice. I wanted people to try some different kinds when we were doing a stir fry. So it's gonna be sort of an interesting rice medley. Okay, let's put some cheese on top. And then these only need to bake for about like 8 minutes just to make the cheese. Is it going okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Perfect. Looks like guac.
Yeah, it does. Do you want, I was just gonna say, do you want to taste a tiny bit? Or
Oh,
see-
yeah,
You don't have to. I can if you want me to too. Just in case it needs more lime. I think it's probably good and doesn't, but just in case.
I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Okay, and we'll do it. Good.
Good?
Mhm. I think it's good. And if it wasn't, I'd have to pretend like, maybe a little bit more. Not make it like, oh. It actually is really good. And it's really easy, so that was just lime juice, salt, and pepper. Come on in. Oh my gosh. So I have this cheese is kind of long pieces, so I'm struggling a little bit, trying to get them on, fitting them on.
Yeah.
It's working. Nope, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's just gonna be bendy. It's just gonna be bendy. Then I'll do the other. This is gonna be pretty quick. The only annoying thing about the rice is it's gonna cook in 90-second intervals.
And my easier.
Then we can add whatever's. What I'm thinking is if you cook it and then whatever's. See how many wontons we make.
Yeah, we could do 2 rounds.
Yeah, we can for sure.
We probably should.
Yeah. I'll stuff this in. Use this.
Yeah, that, and then they're gonna do some.
So once I was really tired, I was cooking at home, and I put the pot holder in my right hand and then grabbed into the oven with my left.
Oh
So I'm
no.
gonna try not to do that. Okay. Milk these, so those come out. I can put them on the platter and then I'll put another round of wrappers on here. Good job. Maybe, when those go in, I'll put a couple of bags of rice in.
Okay.
Where's my chihuahua when I need a little cleanup artist on the floor? Something to clean up things that fall down.
Right.
I made a couple of these really weird shape, like origami, and then it's hard to get anything in there. It's like they kind of, they are sort of origami-ish. So these could be tiny taco salads too.
Yeah.
I'll send you tiny tacos, you just have to find something to shape them a little bit. Okay, a couple of these are going to be super messy because they fold in on themselves. Oopsie. Tip up. I usually good helpers there. Did everybody put a ticket in for the door prize?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. This is going to not be a super long thing. See how a couple of those like folded there. Which I don't love, but that's fine. Okay. Utensil graveyard. And I'm like, where did I put the cheese? Right here. Oops. I missed a whole one. Okay.
These are not the most beautiful, but
That's okay. It'd be impossible, but they're gonna be good. They're delicious, actually. So you get it, and it's, I think there's no way that those would be, unless you had like a chef, a pastry.
well, the way they look in the
Yeah,
picture
yeah.
recipe, it's like,
So those probably aren't even real tomatoes that they did it in with the picture.
True.
They're probably plastic or something. Wax food.
Wax food.
Yes. And they probably used it like a pastry frosting tip or something, which we do not have, and they don't say to use.
oh, for the guac.
Yes. You could pipe it in, but there's, I mean,
Good
that's,
idea.
that's a lot of trouble. It's too much trouble.
We're cooking a wise Marissa.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm going for the taste.
Yeah, they're gonna be good, trust me. They will be good.
I feel like I saw something on Pinterest, like a Halloween recipe similar to this.
Yeah. And I did an appetizer class in Cammy, and I did, I don't know, like 6 appetizers or something, and that was one. And like 6 ended up being kind of a lot to try to pull off. We did it. Okay, choose on these. Okay, when those other sets come in, and then I will put some of our 90-second rice stuff in there too. These are almost done. I know, they smell good.
I almost pull those other ones.
Yeah, I'll give you like one more minute. Well, yeah, I don't want to burn anything.
Yeah.
That'd be good, right?
The shell's pretty crispy,
Yeah. Okay.
and it'll continue to heat a little
Yes.
bit.
Cheese now. Okay. My thinking is I'll put them on here and then I can make more. Okay, rice.
Rice, baby.
90 seconds. So now we just need something to melt. Give me that pan that I have and I didn't know what to do with. Okay, I think we know how to use the microwave now.
Yeah, last time we thought it was going, and it was
timer
like,
was
wow,
going.
that's so
It's not even
quiet.
cooking.
It's even going.
It wasn't doing anything. So I'll just put the rice when you get it done here. Don't mind splatters all over the stove. Those are actually good. Okay. Round 2. They smell really good, I have to say.
This is not getting
Yes. I think cooking sausage is delicious. So, and we have some turkey sausage, and then we also had some not turkey sausage, but it's super lean. I almost couldn't bring much, almost no fat came out, so. Okay. So these feel like they're crispy on the bottom. Sometimes I watch guys' grocery games. Anybody ever watch that? I love that show. And they end up having to they go through the store and they have to pick these random things to cook with. And I was watching an episode a while ago and somebody was using wonton wrappers for a whole bunch of stuff. It's like they could only shop in one aisle and they had to make a certain kind of a dish.
What were they using them for?
So they cut them up and used them instead of noodles. And somebody folded it in half and made it into a taco shell.
What about the dessert challenge?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, these would be easy. You could put like apple pie filling in here. That'd be easy, right? Make some little tiny little apple pies or something with this.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. We don't have apple pie filling. We will not be doing that, but we could.
I I like the show Nailed It. Has anybody seen that one? It's like they try to make a recipe look like.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
It just looks
So that was like when Pinterest used to have like the nailed it, and there'd be like a lamb cake, and then there's like an Easter one. Look up Easter cake, Pinterest. The people who nailed it, and it was. I would be on the bad list, but some of them are really funny. It's like their kids' birthday cakes, and they found it on Pinterest, and then they were trying to copy it, and not good actually. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more oil in here so those come out.
Yeah, it seems like they came out pretty easy for you.
Yeah. Otherwise, like I said, we just have to pass the tray around and everyone eats one out of the tray and then passes it over.
My table gets a tray.
Yes. Okay, I'll put some more in here because we've got a lot. Okay, 90 seconds down. So if it's a game show, get back there, hit the button for 90 seconds. Come on, Terry.
Oh, they smell so good.
Yeah, they do actually really. So see, between the wontons and that's pretty fast. Make sure I'm putting the cooked rice into the pan. Not the packets. That would be interesting texture. The non-cooked rice. And we're mixing a few. We have, because it was my rice experiment, we're doing a stir fry. Brown basmati ×2, brown rice, and red quinoa and jasmine will be mixed together. There's like 2 left in this.
We could probably even sprinkle a little cheese on these. What do you think? Maybe some? No?
Maybe not. But we could put some on the rice. It'd be like, no. Those. Okay, these are done too. This is why I don't make cookies at home anymore. It's like, has it been 8 minutes? Nope, it's been 12. And then I'm like, crap, I burned some batch. Got 3 of these. These do really smell good. They kind of smell like pizza, don't they?
A little bit.
I guess it's not surprising with Italian seasonings on there and cheese.
I'm getting a sourdough
Yeah, me too.
hint.
Okay, I'm gonna switch. Let's see. I'm gonna switch those in with those. Okay, and do this first. Some package to open. All right. I feel like I'm opening the Christmas gifts. Open. This is reminding me of something, but I don't think I should say what it is because we're eating something, and it's more medical thing. So I probably shouldn't say it.
Gotta say it now.
Okay, you seem like a skin graft, kind of. They're not. They're yummy. Doctor, can we give you a skin graft? Just a little sheet of it. That'd be more Haley's thing, though. To have this.
See pineapples, looking at that requisition for skin grafts.
Yes. You're like, we're saying these could be like
To make
skin
one kind of,
graft.
for cooking class.
Yes. And then we could give it to Haley. Haley, if you need a skin graft, we got you covered. We know what to use. Wonton wrappers. No, actually, truly though, I was watching a diabetes standards of care for the year, and fish skin is something that they're recommending for skin grafts. I'm not even kidding. For wounds that are hard to close.
Certain types of fish.
Well, they were showing salmon. So catch a
I
salmon.
had a friend
bring it
that
in.
had like a shark skin.
Yes. So that, I mean, they're saying that that's currently a best practice to use fish skin. So who knew that? You can catch a salmon and then use it for that.
You can have the
Keep a skin.
buyback program for
Yes.
salmon skin.
The medical clinic could buy that salmon.
Just the skin. We just need the skin.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the skin gets repurposed. See, look at that. We can fight any funding cuts with fish skin. Okay. So Haley can do some videos about fixing wounds with fish skin. Will be good. Okay. Some of these are looking not as beautiful as I wanted, but they're just gonna be good. Skins. These smell really good. So we could almost be at a place where people could eat something and then I can just keep doing another batch. So we're gonna have plenty of stuff. We've almost got enough to be a meal, don't we?
So I'm almost done with these. It feels like, but
I know. Is your back okay?
oh yeah.
Like you sort of hunched over.
So tall.
Okay. More wrappers. Look at the little wonton factory happening. Yes, I know that I said that wrong. I'm going to be thinking that. Kind of help it popped into my head. Okay. I feel like you get better at this too. It's a skill.
Probably, yeah. Same with this.
Yeah, yeah.
The fork is helpful though,
Yes.
because it kind of like, I
Good.
don't know.
Look, it can't peel apart. These get warmer though, a little harder to peel. Can't feel how many I have. Oh, was that just one? No. Everyone's got the allergy cough. I had it earlier. Spring stuff. Okay. More in there. So these are pretty low carb per, just FYI in case anybody wanted to know that.
They're also plant-based.
Yeah.
No eggs in them.
Yes, true. Since eggs are crazy right now. I was just reading the egg price is supposed to double again in the next couple months.
Wild.
I know, which is crazy. Crazy and hard. I have one glove on. These are going in the oven and I'll be fine. But like Michael Jackson over here. I didn't realize I only had one glove. Okay, peel apart. Come on. We have some drop-ins for the water if anybody wants that. Flat water, plain, you can put drop-ins in there or help yourself to our carbonated if you want it. This isn't hot anymore, I'm good. I feel this back here making a mess. Trying to keep it
I'm not looking.
Keep it on the down low. Okay, this is gonna be interesting rice Berlin told me to, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be good. Wash my hands, getting that flour in this hand. Yeah. We could do a drawing for the door prize too, I guess. We're almost pretty close.
Your hands are free, yes.
We can let people try. Okay, draw. So that cutting board, that is our door prize. This.
Should let one of the kiddos drop.
Yes. Let's do it.
Sorry, Trey, I know you really wanted to.
Okay. You want to draw out a ticket for the winner? Just pull it in. Okay. Perfect. Okay, Rhea actually really did win the cutting board.
Good job.
Oh my gosh, this is a heavy big one. She's coughing for a second, but she will probably take your picture with it. You're welcome.
Welcome.
Now a little more stuff you can cook with at home. Okay, make sure I'm not burning anything. Cooking the rice for 10 minutes or something. Almost.
Doing good on time, yeah.
Yeah, we are. Ready. These I don't want them to get too cold. We're close. People can actually probably come in even around on that rice we can put together pretty fast. Good.
This is like the perfect amount of guac to
Yeah.
tomato ratio.
Yep. It is, and it came out great.
This makes me want chips with guac.
Those are yummy.
Yes. That's probably my biggest weakness.
Okay, one more right. Well, they spend a lot of money to make chips delicious, so
Yeah,
you're not the only one.
they do a good job.
Yes, they do. Food scientists spend a lot of time on cold cereal and chips flavors.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Gosh. Okay, last bag of rice. I'm
Alright.
just gonna take some of this and stir it in.
Actually,
Here's my plan, just to go like this. This isn't completely ad-libbed. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of tomato sauce in it, maybe. This is not a recipe. I'm just gonna open the tomato sauces and see how it goes. You want to let people eat? Okay, the rice is kind of the hillbilly recipe. Let's see how this goes. So Rhea actually did win the cutting board, just FYI. We were teasing that she would win it, and she did. So this could be a wild card. I'm not sure how this will be.
done.
Okay, yay. I will still need that last bag of rice. This is gonna be completely ad-libbed. Okay, the Spanish rice is sort of an experiment still.
Wow.
I stand behind these and the guacamole tomatoes and the rice. I think the rice is gonna be good.
Did you say usually like a couple different kinds in it?
Yes,
Tomato sauce?
yes. And then a little bit of the filling from these.
Can you remind us what the filling was?
So it is Italian seasoned sausage. So we had some turkey and some pork that was pretty lean, and then basil and garlic and tomato
I
sauce.
made this one and this one.
So maybe I should be calling it Italian rice and not Spanish rice.
I put it down that one, and then
So avocado,
then I did it.
lemon juice, lime juice, salt, pepper, and then the little bits of tomato that we cut out of the middle to make a hole to put the guacamole in. So it's pretty easy. So
Garlic powder.
I'm gonna open this without killing you.
Okay, thanks.
I thought that would be better.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. So I've got one side that's good. I have no idea how that will be actually. Let's see off the coil. Okay, so people could try. We could let people eat, pretty much done, and I'll make another round of these.
Okay, I'll move everything to one spot.
Sounds good, and we'll have just enough of each one, and then I feel like I should taste the rice, but I'm kind of scared too.
I'll do it. I love rice.
Okay, and then if you need something, we have spices and we have lime. Be careful, it might be hot. I don't want any, but see how it is. And if it needs a little something, we've got sriracha, we've got garlic. What's it need? Help?
Help.
I mean, it tastes like rice with tomato sauce.
Okay,
So,
okay,
it's not bad.
okay. Would garlic be good in it?
Maybe some garlic and some lime.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
At least you didn't go like, oh my gosh.
It reminds me of like when my kids mix
Yes,
stuff with ketchup
yeah.
and you're just like,
So I hate ketchup, so
thank you.
I hate ketchup, so I don't want it to be, if I see a recipe that has ketchup in it, I do not make it. So I don't want it to be like that. So we need to help it. So yeah, maybe a lime. And I could put I put a little bit of this on.
I forgot to roll it.
It's alright, it's all good. I rolled a couple of them anyway. It's alright, I know. Okay. So then we can, when this is good, enough not to embarrass ourselves, we can put that out there. You know what, I got some empty wonton wrappers.
I'm just gonna
How
take
about,
it.
how about if I put the rest of this in there, and then I'll just put cheese in the other wontons? I'm gonna follow you, I'm stalking you. I'm stalking you. Yeah, I feel like that will help a little bit, and then I'll just put cheese in the other wrappers that are left. Okay. That'll work. That could also have guacamole in it, but we don't have any. Okay. So, don't judge us on the rice. This is not a recipe, it was just, I think we have rice, we should just make it. I'm gonna put cheese in these other ones, I'm just gonna put cheese on them.
Okay.
Because there's extra. And I don't know what else to do about it. I'm just gonna make cheese on there and melt it. Because we can. Probably it's gonna be good. See, now I was thinking we could have put something sweet, a little bit sweet in here, but we don't have anything. Because these could be like tiny little pie crusts.
Mm. That's interesting. There's sriracha if anybody wants to try that.
And officially, if you want to come up and help yourself, we are good to go.
Other side.
Thank you. There'll be more wontons, and there'll be some cheese, melted cheese in a wonton wrapper. Because it's so good. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
If you want to try
thank
this
you.
at home, it actually is pretty easy to make, and the wonton wrappers and the guacamole and tomatoes are delicious. And if you have kids on spring break, enjoy the rest of your spring break. Have a great night. All right.
Yes.